नमस्कार. आयच्या हिडोनात तुमकां सगळ्यांक येवकार. आज आमचे अशी गेस्ट आसात जांचे बरोबर म्हाका दिसता मेकळेपणान कांय गजाली उलोवपाक शकतले. हांव तांची वळख करून दितालो तेन्ना म्हाका सट करून तकले आयले दॅट ही इज दी हायेस्ट रँकींग काँग्रेस पार्टी ऑफिशियल इन द स्टेट रायट नाव. हाव दॅट हॅपन अँड वाय इज दॅट सो हाजेरूय आमी उलोवया. आमचे बरोबर आसात काँग्रेसीचे वर्किंग प्रेसिडेंट नुवेचे आमदार अलेक्स सिक्वेरा. वेलकम टू द स्टुडिओ.
थँक्यू.
सगळ्यात पहिली गजाल म्हळ्यार हायेस्ट रँकिंग ऑफिशियल ऑफ द पार्टी इन द स्टेट. आय थिंक बिफोर द इलेक्शन probably you expected this. Did you expect this after the election?
Before the election, I never expected it because we were confident we were going to form the government. So the question of expecting to be the highest ranking official of the party never ever arose. Never arose. I do not know whether you are right in still saying that I am the highest.
You are the working president.
I am.
There is no president right now.
No, I beg to differ.
There is no leader of opposition also
right now. I
right
beg
now.
to differ with you. I agree there is no leader of opposition. But as far as president is concerned, I am a little confused. Why do I say that? I know that our president, Shri Girish Chodankar, has submitted his resignation. He has submitted his resignation because the party president, our president Srimati Sonia Gandhi, has asked for the 5 states that went. She has asked for the resignation of the presidents from all the 5 states that went for elections. Thereafter, what has happened, I am not too sure. So that is why I beg to differ with you when you say that I am the highest ranking official of the Congress party in Goa.
For all practical purposes, we haven't seen Girish Chodankar after his resignation.
He may be sick.
But we haven't seen him.
I agree.
Now that remains the fact.
I have also not seen him.
You have also not seen him.
I have not met him.
Yeah. We only know that you are supposed to choose the leader of opposition, Congress legislature party leader, which hasn't happened till now. We'll go to why it has not happened later. And then we know that you are chosen for this post of speaker. So, in all probability, in all optics, Aleixo Sequeira is the only one who is there in the limelight right now as a working president, as a candidate for a speaker's post. Although we all knew that you would lose, it's only you.
I myself knew I was going to lose.
Yes, so it's only you. But who is there on the limelight from the Congress party? It's Aleixo Sequeira.
No, the issue was that we could not give a walkover to the ruling government, the BJP. Nobody seemed to have been willing to file his nomination. So then I said, I've lost one assembly election. There's nothing worse than that. So if I have to lose the speaker's election, no problem.
You can survive losing a speaker's election.
So I offered myself as the candidate.
So, but on a serious note, what do you think has happened to the party? We'll go to the post-election scenario later. Let us start with the pre-election scenario. What do you think went wrong?
I don't know. I am not too sure what exactly went wrong. I know for sure that there was a concerted effort by the All India Congress Committee to wrest this state from the BJP. Why do I say that? Because this is I fought five elections earlier. This was my 6th election. Never in the past, at least during my tenure, have we had observers coming so many months in advance. We had a senior person like Mr. Chidambaram being given charge of as senior observer in Goa. We had senior secretary of the AICC, Mr. Dinesh Gundurao, being almost stationed in Goa for months together. We had observers who were appointed here. We had people like Mr. Prakash Rathod, Mr. Sunil, Mr. Mansoor. They were also stationed here for months together. Normally, somebody would come from the High Command few months, maybe a month or 2 before, and everything was there. But this time they meant business. I don't know what exactly went wrong. I believe there was an anti-BJP wave in the state. I don't know if I can say that we failed to encash on it. Maybe we might have made certain mistakes in selection of candidates also. I think we are going to do some introspection. or we should do an introspection. So that
Should do, I
we
think, is
should
more
do an
appropriate when it
intro-
comes to Congress.
No, we should do, okay, an introspection. And let us, I hope that we learn from our mistakes and we don't repeat them in the future. We have a parliament election coming shortly. We have panchayat elections coming shortly. So I think we have to be serious, pull up our socks and move on.
You say your party needs to learn, but what we saw today is
My party doesn't
contrary.
my party doesn't need to learn. My party has learned.
But what
We
we
were
saw
confident
today,
of forming the government.
but what we saw today is completely contrary. The same party which said we will choose our legislative party leader within 5 minutes after the election, it is almost now 20 days and you cannot choose
No,
who your leader would be.
No,
you
no,
told us before election, in 5 minutes you can choose your legislature party leader.
No, I agree.
Now this is very strange. Would you have chosen your legislature party leader in a very quick manner if it was for chief ministership, and just because now it is for leader of opposition post, you are unwilling to do so?
No. See, today we have passed a resolution, a unanimous resolution, authorizing our president, Srimati Sonia Gandhi, to select the leader of the Congress legislature party. So we just done it today. As per the announcement prior to the results, we would have done the same thing and got the approval from Delhi in 2 minutes.
So
Because
will the approval
process
now,
is
will the approval now come
It'll come.
within 24 hours at least?
I believe it should come. I don't see any reason why it should not come.
But why? Why? One of our political analysts, Professor Nilesh Borde, very nicely analyzed the results. He said that the antitrust was more powerful than anti-incumbency. There was sizable and a massive anti-incumbency against the BJP government. However, antitrust regarding Congress, maybe because of what happened post 2017, maybe because what happened on the face of election where we saw your candidates getting defected, the antitrust was more powerful than anti-incumbency.
I don't believe that. You see, we have lost about 10 seats with what margins? Negligible margins. So I don't believe it's antitrust. What did we lose Veli by? 100 and odd votes? What did we lose Naveli by? Again, small margins. About 10 such constituencies went. So I don't believe it is a lack of trust or trust deficiency.
Then
No.
what went wrong?
Maybe the votes were split. We had so many political parties in the arena this time. Maybe the votes were split. The voter might have got confused.
Do you feel that a grand alliance or whatever you may
I
like
don't know.
to call it, a Team Goa or a grand alliance?
I appreciate that is today been spoken. But let us not forget that some time back, much before elections were declared, of course, our president Girish Chodankar had gone to the media and made an offer of an alliance that we could have an alliance. At that time, there was no TMC to be heard of.
You are sitting in the same chair.
I was sitting, he was sitting in the same chair and he suggested that we have an alliance with Aam Aadmi Party. What was the reaction from them? They literally, shouted him down, saying that we don't want to have anything to do with you. Now, after they saw that they had not much scope, then they started talking in terms of grand alliance or this alliance or that alliance. So, I think basically we have all miscalculated, and that is why this is the position.
Was your biggest miscalculation regarding Revolutionary Goans Party, including in your own constituency?
Boss, I'll talk of my constituency.
Yeah.
I never expected Revolutionary Goans to get so many votes. There were some 3,000-4,000 votes. I believed that they would get around 2,000 votes. I believe they have eaten into the votes of my opponents. I don't think they've eaten into much of my votes. But definitely, I thought number 2 would be some other candidates, some other people fighting the election. Never for a second did I dream that Revolutionary Goans would be number 2. So I must admit that I took them for granted. It was a rude shock when I saw the result. Fortunately, by the grace of God, I won. But I never expected them to get so many votes. No.
But don't you think this exact same thing happened in many constituencies, and it was a rude shock primarily for the Congress party and also for the BJP?
It was a rude shock for everybody. You take Valpoy constituency where they got 6 to 7,000 votes. So you see, there was some talk for some time that it was that RG is into the Catholic vote. It is wrong. But where do we have that sizable?
That's why I said primarily Congress party and also the BJP.
So they went into everybody's vote.
And I think Michael Lobo has also spoken about this, that he was successful in somehow holding the fort in Bardez, but the Salseth could not capitalize on the anti-incumbency against the BJP government. The Salseth was split. 2 of your seats went to RG. Congress,
two
of your seats went to AAP. 1 seat went to BJP, and that to like a constituency like Naveli. And 1 Goa forward and 3 to Congress. So the place from which Congress was expected to get maximum seats failed to do.
No, I agree with you.
Why?
Agree with you.
Why
Maybe.
Congress could not even convince the people of Salseth that it is the option?
You see, this is the first election, if I may say, where you had so many parties fighting for the same thing. So our votes split. You take Naveli for example.
You kind of lost Salseth in 2012 also. Do you believe that Congress did not learn its lesson?
2012 was, you can't compare 2012 and now. 2012, if
But
I
you
may
lost
say, there
Salseth
was...
in 2012 also.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. But there was an anti-Congress wave all over the state. I believe there was so much of, you see, there were such strong so-called corruption charges against us, which till today, nobody has been able to prove anything. At that time, my friend, I'm repeating the word my friend, late Manohar Parrikar, convinced the public that there was a scam of 35,000 crores vis-a-vis the mining section. And we were there shouting, there's nothing like it. He came to power. The 35,000 crores, if I'm not mistaken, came down to about 3,000 or 4,000 crores. Then a committee of chartered accountants or something was constituted. And they have conducted their inspection, study, audit, call it what you want. And they're talking of some 300 or 400 crores. So, you see, public had that 35,000 crores. Public thought that we were a bunch of rogues. And we deserved to go home. And hats off to him. He, in all his intelligence, he convinced the voters that we were a bunch of rogues. And we had to go home. We went home.
So, but tell me one thing. If there was no Michael Lobo, Congress would have been in single digits today.
How do you say that? What do you want to tell me, that the party is zero? I just earlier told you we've lost 10 seats with minimal margins. Party, see, I'll tell you, I won with a margin of some 4,000 odd votes.
There are very few of you.
Okay? No, I'll talk of my case.
Yeah.
In all humility, I must admit that the party symbol has given me so many votes. Aleixo Sequeira would not have been in a position to get so many votes on his own. Because of the Congress party, I definitely won with that margin. Not as Aleixo Sequeira. Aleixo Sequeira might have got some votes, but primarily it was the Congress party. So I am not willing to accept that Congress would have been a single-digit party.
Do you think people were reluctant to trust Congress because of what happened between 2017 and 2022?
Boss, I don't think we can run to that conclusion. And I'll tell you why. Because right at the outset, the party announced that they would not give a ticket to any of the 10 defectors.
Did that work?
100%. You see that the voter believed that we meant business. Unfortunately, the voter was confused. There were so many parties to choose from. And as I said at the beginning, I repeat again, we have lost about 10 seats with nominal margins. Many people have scraped through.
If Congress really changed, then we should have seen a leader of opposition by now. We saw a
see.
session today. There was no leader of opposition in the house.
No, you are
Don't
talking.
you think if you have to convince
Can I ask you another
as a
question?
citizen of Goa?
Sir, can I ask you another question? You're now hounding, you're banging about the Congress.
Yeah.
Tell me
Because you are the highest ranking Congress official in the state.
Sir, I will ask you, why this time we did not have a pro tem speaker? Please tell me. Tell me why we didn't have a pro tem speaker. This is the first assembly session where there was no pro tem speaker. My friend Mr. Ganesh Gaonkar, if you read his appointment, was designated member. He was not the pro tem speaker.
To administer the oath.
To administer the oath.
Yeah.
So, why you are talking only of the Congress party?
I shall question BJP when a BJP highest ranking state
so
official sits in that chair.
I am trying to tell you, that there are issues. Maybe we've been a little slow in this leader of opposition, but today we have passed this resolution. Immediately it'll go
To Delhi.
It's gone to Delhi in the morning by 10:30. The reply will come immediately.
Sir, you're a very senior politician. Forget about the party lines. What we have witnessed after this election, may it be BJP, may it be Congress, that every shot has been called from Delhi. As a Goan, do you feel that's fair?
I'm used to it because from my first election, everything was called from, shots were fired from Delhi.
That's how the Congress behaved all along.
That's how even the BJP is behaving.
That's what I'm saying.
You tell me, if everything was so smooth all over, then would they swear in only 8 ministers? So again, the boss has to press the button and say, yes, go ahead, the green signal is not yet given. So it was happening all over was.
It is happening all over. That's a statement of fact. My point is, as a Goan, do you think if two principal political parties of the state are overtly now not only suggesting, but officially on record stating that we are going to do everything that the Delhi tells us to do?
No,
do you think that's fair?
Delhi has not told us to pass this resolution.
You passed it on your own.
We passed it on our own.
So gracious of you.
Yeah, we passed it on our own.
Sir, but tell me one thing. There are enough fundamental issues.
And I'll tell you another thing. You see, normally,
Yeah.
when it came to selection of leaders, came to all this, an observer would come from Delhi. Nobody has come. We have done it
Voluntarily.
spontaneously on our own.
Sir, tell me one thing. We were talking the other day on our panel discussion that this government is inheriting its own issues. And one of those major issues is the issue of 3 linear projects and predominantly coal. We have seen your own legislators now shifting their positions when it comes to coal. They were completely anti-coal. Now they are okay with coal within limits. Why should people trust you if this is how you change your colors after the election?
See, I've also heard the statement of one of my colleagues. As far as I'm concerned, my leader, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, announced during his visit in Goa that if the Congress party comes to power, we will cancel, forget opposing, we will cancel the 3 linear projects. I believe whatever announcement he has done is binding on the party. Yes, we are not in power, so we may not be able to cancel it. But you have my word of honor that as far as Aleixo Sequeira is concerned, I will stand by the people and I will oppose these projects. As far as my colleague is concerned, he has said that it is his endeavor to reduce the present pollution level. He has not said he's in favor of coal. But this problem is existing in Marmagua Taluka or Marmagua constituency. So he has said it will be his endeavor to try and reduce the pollution level.
So you are saying...
So you can't say there's been a U-turn on our part.
From no coal to this much of coal.
No, he's not said that. He has said the present, we will move to reduce the pollution that is being caused. On the contrary, if I'm not mistaken, our Chief Minister has made a statement during his earlier tenure that within 1 year he'll bring the quantity of coal being imported in Mormugao.
That's what I said. This government is inheriting its own issues,
Yeah,
statements,
agreed.
commitments, everything.
Now they'll have to deliver on their statements.
Yeah, absolutely. So the next issue and a very crucial issue, and because you come from Salset also, is the split of minority votes. Do you feel today that your minority voter has somehow moved away from Congress?
I don't think.
And it is looking at new alternatives, new options.
I don't think. You take my own constituency. I won with such a big
showing
margin.
me an exception and trying to
I've got
tell me that believe it as a rule.
Boss, I am not telling you believe it as a rule, but I am trying to tell you, here is a minority constituency. This is about 90-95% minority. And they've stood by the Congress party. I told you at the outset, it is not Aleixo Sequeira's victory, it's a victory of the party. The party, whether you like it or not, the party has its vote bank. The party has its vote bank. The new voter is a little disillusioned. We have to win them over. And I believe it's not going to be difficult.
You think the party should have given ticket to Alex Reginald?
See, the party took a stand for reasons best known to them. If you want me to confess on your channel, I will. I tried till the last minute to impress upon them that the ticket should be given to me. But I failed.
So you believe that an exception should have been made, and I'm saying an exception because he went to Trinamool Congress and came back, but your party chose to give ticket to a candidate who went to BJP and came back. So that was the choice you had. So you think, and you are openly admitting today, Alex Reginald should have been the Congress candidate.
See, why did I support Alex Reginald to be the candidate? Because I didn't consider what he did as a defection. You see, he has not ditched the party during the midterm. He stood with the party till the end. Sometimes we make mistakes. He admitted his mistake. And that is why he sought entry into the party, re-entry into the party.
Why I asked you that question about the minority votes and Salset? Two reasons. Number one, Benaulim. Benaulim, your choice of candidate was completely contrary to your choice of candidates in Kurtori. You took a candidate from TMC, made him your candidate. Second is Velli. Again, Velli, the candidate selection was very contentious. Naveli, your vote share, I think TMC finished second. There's a problem in Salset when it comes to Congress. Your bastion has fallen. And without recapturing your bastion, can your party hope to rise again?
No, you spoke of Benaulim, for example. Was Benaulim a Congress seat? Benaulim was not a Congress seat. You had Mr. Churchill Alemao who has fought 2 elections there.
Churchill's Alemao seat is Churchill's seat. You can't call it NCP seat also.
No, it is. He fought on an NCP.
It is Churchill's seat.
He fought on NCP ticket.
No, it is Churchill's seat.
Mickey Pacheco fought on NCP. He won. So you can't say it is Mickey's seat or it is Churchill's seat. So it's not a Congress seat per se.
Okay. What about Velli?
Velli, yes, we lost by what? 100 and odd votes. It's a small margin.
Again, Naveli.
Naveli is a different scenario.
Yeah.
Naveli, I admit, is a different scenario.
So, but in a nutshell, do you believe you failed to convince the people that the vote should not be split?
We tried. Maybe people were not happy with our decisions.
Were there serious mistakes in giving tickets?
I don't know. You see, after losing, it's very easy for me to sit there and say, yes, we made a mistake, they made a mistake. I will not say we made a mistake because I was not involved in that.
You were the working president of the party.
I was. Yeah. But you know, on your channel, I made one statement once. When you asked me, what is the role of the working president? And I said, I really don't know. If you ask me today, what is the role of the working president, I still don't know.
You are the highest ranking. I'm again reiterating that you are the highest ranking Congress party official in the state right now.
So
and
says
you are
you-
maintaining your stand.
So says you, so I'm telling you. the
You are
truth.
maintaining your stand.
They may sack me tomorrow for this statement of mine.
The
but
last-
I'm telling you the truth.
Last question and very crucial question is regarding the vote share. BJP, in spite of all that so-called anti-incumbency, succeeded in retaining their vote share. Congress lost sizable vote
I
share,
agree with you.
and it's a massive loss. When it comes to in terms of percentage points, it's a massive loss. Why do you think that happened? Are you only attributing it to split, or you feel that there are some deeper factors that party needs to analyze right now?
See, I've told you we have to sit and do a post-mortem. I'm sure we'll be doing it shortly. So we'll really get to the crux of the problem. What were our mistakes, if at all they're mistakes? What were the reasons that we lost that percentage, if I'm not mistaken, around 10% vote share we lost.
You lost around 6 to 7%, but if you take your Lok Sabha vote share and all, yes, certainly.
Okay, so I'm sure we'll undertake this exercise, and we'll, as I said, we'll have to pull up our socks. And
Will something change? That's my final question.
If we have to
because, because the only thing that we have seen Congress doing is the same thing over and over again without any visible constructive change in its functioning.
I definitely feel Congress is sensitive to this situation. It has definitely dawned upon us. We believe that we have lost. I mean, I believe that we have. I can't talk on behalf of the party, but I definitely believe we have lost a chance, and we have to pull up our socks first.
Aleixo Prab, frank as ever, but today I think you held back some punches for the reasons best known to you.
What type of punches?
For the reasons best known to you. However, no, it's definitely, but I think this kind of serious introspection is needed. And yes, the party lost a chance, and what I think all Goans expect now from the party is to demonstrate some serious changes and
strong
perform-
united opposition.
and perform as a very constructive opposition. Pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.